There's a young kid based down in Bristol called Lee Haskins, okay, and he's ranked everywhere. He's ranked for the WBC, the WBA, the IBF, the WBO. So he could fight, in theory, for any four of those versions of the Super-Flyweight title. And the man who's trying to push Lee somewhere so that he doesn't sit hanging around or accept fights at short notice and go to Marrakesh like he did last July is Chris Sanigar. And I'm delighted to say that Chris is on the line now. Good evening, Chris.
Hi, Steve. How you doing?
Yeah, fantastic. First of all, Chris, where are we with Lee trying to get with regards to a world title fight at the moment? Where are we?
Yeah, it's very difficult negotiating with the Japanese and also the South Americans. You know, they both camps seem to want to box somebody much more closer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but you'd have to you'd end up inevitably having to take Lee on the road, wouldn't you, Chris?
Well, you know, anything can happen. We've been speaking with the Argentinians. Their champion is Omar Narvaez,
yep,
and they have intimated that they would come to England.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Yes.
We had Narvaez when he lost to Donaire in that
That's
sort of fight.
correct.
They cancelled each other out. It was a strange old sort of negative, really odd, bizarre negative fight. Donaire won on points, but it was a sort of non-event. It was a really strange old event. I don't know if you saw it. So when might Lee Haskins find out, get some news, either good or bad, about a potential world title fight? What's the sort of timeline you're keeping, Chris?
There isn't a timeline. There isn't a timeline. You know, it's just a matter of keep trying and trying. I went to the WBA convention back in October in Ukraine, trying to push Lee Haskins there.
Yeah.
I went to the WBC convention in Vegas in December.
Wow.
Again, the same thing, trying to push him. You know, we are speaking with everybody. You know, in both weights, Super-Fly and bantam.
Which you've got to do.
Yes, and you know, and just sometimes what happens is along comes a chance when you least expect it. So we're out there, he's in the gym training, and I honestly believe that something will come up. And
you know, that's a strange old thing. You know what you said, you've got to stay in the gym because something can come up. Because you had the same sort of thing with Glenn Catley all those years ago at Super Middle, didn't you? You know, you stayed there, and bang, you got your chances. Yes,
and what happened with Glenn Catley, he had about 2 weeks' notice first time up with Richie Woodall. To box with the WBC title, and at that time he was the British middleweight champion. So you know, opportunities can come for Lee Haskins and all boxers that are around that championship level.
And Chris, listen, before I let you go, one of the last times I spoke to you on this show, you had a bit of a health scare. Has that all been cleared? Have you been given green light after green light?
Yes, I would say it's amber, but amber going on green.
Good boy, that's okay.
Yeah, amber going on green.
Listen, amber going on green, that's good enough for me. Chris Sanigar, it is always a delight. Good luck getting Lee something, and make sure you let me know, and I'll make sure I get you on here. That's Chris Sanigar there. Now, come